What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, aka the next Hokage, aka Lit. Welcome to the Halloween update, so let's jump right into it, guys. First things first, Battle Armor Rebates is back, just as bad as it was before. And what I mean by that is if you get a Battle Armor upgrade outside this event, you cannot get any of these bonuses. So if you were crazy enough to get Battle Rank Armor 9, and this event started, you would not be able to get a Tobirama. I think that's so stupid, especially considering that the achievement system does not work like that. So it doesn't matter when you get a battle armor upgrade here, you'll always be able to get the bonuses for it. But for armor rebates, you can't. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But this event is back, and you can go to the store and buy some cheaper armor upgrades if you want. All right, total recharge rebate is back, and just like I said last time, this event is not designed to entice you to recharge. I know that sounds weird. This event is not there to entice you to recharge. It's just a bonus if you choose to recharge, right? Like if you get 3,000 ingots here, getting 2 seal scrolls and a Magitam and some meatballs, that's a ripoff. So you're not gonna recharge to get that. It's just an extra added bonus if you choose to recharge. So what will you be recharging for? I'm glad you asked. Now we still got this event here. I like the fact that they do this a little bit of, what do you want to call it? Like rollover? That way if you forget to log in to spend all your points, the event, it's still there for an extra day. So you can log in and spend all your points. I like the fact that they do that. So what will you be recharging for the spooky Halloween event? Look at this, I'm proud of you guys. You know, they could have really just kind of, phoned it in on this event, but they at least got us a little Halloween little icon here, and they got some pumpkins everywhere. I'm okay with that. That's good. So this is just like the missions dealer event that we had a few weeks ago, but here in the shop. Now, you know my typical advice when it comes to things like this. I always say go power, don't buy ninjas, always go power. In this instance, there's not really any power to buy, so I say go ninjas, but buy high, sell low. Yeah. I say go ninjas here, so no meatballs, because those are easy to get. Low level refinement runes, if you must, I think you can get these somewhere else later on. So wouldn't really worry about these, even if you have a need for these. I say don't worry about it right now. And then gold, meh. So here I say go for ninjas. I'm going for Konan here. I'm pretty close. I only need about 40 more fragments to get her. And you know what? We'll talk about this a little bit later as far as these Konan frags. A little mini rant at the end of the video, but we'll wait. A pain, and then of course Playboy Sasuke. A lot of people have been asking me, what do I think about Playboy Sasuke, since I've had him for a very long time. He was like the first, Playboy Sasuke is like one of the first ninjas that were on one of these limited time event type things. So I got Playboy Sasuke extremely early. I've been using him for a long time. Playboy Sasuke is really a good ninja. The fact that he can do his mystery ability without setting up a field first is fantastic. His 10 hit trigger is great because it hits 2 enemies at random, crits. He's a very strong ninja. The fact that you have to use females, I think it throws people off a little bit. You don't have to use female ninjas, right? He's still actually pretty legit outside of his passive. His mystery ability is a really good utility ability, being able to paralyze an entire team, even if you don't have any combos to follow up, which is the way I used him. I had no knockdown follow-ups for my Playboy Sasuke. I simply used him for the utility, and he worked great. So that's that. And of course, his 3-round ignition, once again, is fantastic. The only con with Playboy Sasuke, I say, is the fact that there are a lot of earth mains out there, and you can't do ignition if you can't combo. So that is something that I found a real big weakness when I fight earth mains with Playboy Sasuke. If I didn't have anybody else to do ignition or poison, you really can't kill an earth main with just his damage. His damage is not enough. He has to chase in order to do the damage that he needs to do. Everything else is very, very weak with Playboy Sasuke. So do keep that in mind. If you have him on a team, make sure you have someone else that can apply poisons without doing a chase. That's very, very important. So that is that. And then we have this lunatic Halloween event here. Look at this little bloody text there. Good job, guys. You guys are doing all right. No sarcasm. Here, mood scrolls, guys. This is, no. No. No, all this other stuff, you can get it later. You really don't need scrolls right now. I know it's tempting to get summoning scrolls and seal scrolls and barbecue if you're hungry. Avoid all of that. Every single candy that you get in this event, it should be used in mood scrolls. You need to get your main character up as high as you possibly can. If your character's already maxed, start working on your next favorite character. Be careful with these because, you know, they are expensive. They do rack up rather quickly. So if you have somebody like, let's say you have a Konan or a Naruto or something like that, somebody that you know is gonna be on your team for a long time, start mood scrolling them up, all right? That's kind of the safest thing to do. And then just kind of go from there. So that is that. And then of course we have, and I'm not gonna show on this because it's gonna mess up the recording, but we also have in this best strategy section, I knew it was gonna crash. I told you, as soon as I pressed that button, it was gonna crash. We finally have a simulator, just like the Chinese version, where you can plug in your ninjas and your talents and your summons and see how they work, what's your max combo, how powerful the team is, etc, etc, etc. So that's very, very good to have. It does have some bugs and it is missing a few things, but it is finally in the game, so that is that. And you can also access it outside the game as well. There's a direct link on the forum, so definitely check that out. So let's talk about the shop updates. Now, we have Datara. Now, he's a pretty legit ninja. I did get him. I was sweeping for him for months, so I'm very, very glad to have him on the shop. I'll probably pick him up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use him like primarily. I did have a lot of fun with my fire team with like Tobi, Itachi, and Datara. It was pretty legit. So, you know, just keep that in mind. If you want like just a team that just burns everything, that is available. The arena shop now has Itachi. So if you want him, he's here to kind of give you my general thoughts on him because I've had him for a while as well. He's pretty interesting. So there's a couple of things that you need to know about him. So you don't really want to pair him with ninjas that require your initial 20 points of chakra. So let's take, for example, a person like Karin, right? You want to get your poison out there as fast as possible so that starts ticking as fast as possible. So you kind of want her to use your first 20 points of chakra. How about Hinata, right? You kind of want to make sure that she has her shield up as soon as possible. Neji, for example, you know, being able to interrupt something. There's a lot of different characters out there that will drain that first 20 points of chakra. So you don't really want to use Itachi with those type of ninjas. Also, kind of a con with him. He's not super tanky, even though he's kind of evasive. He doesn't evade enough for him to be on a line by himself. And the reason why I say that is that he works better on a line by himself because he does an attack that causes sleep. But if you're on a line with someone else, they're just going to wake up the sleep ninja, and that's kind of annoying. So you really want to kind of keep him on a line by himself. But like I said, it's kind of hard to do, even with a clone. You know, a lot of these clones attack. So maybe like a Naruto, maybe. Do keep in mind, he is a Konoha ninja, so you can use Iruka with him. And he's also a Koski, so you can also use Konan with him as well. So he does have some, he does have quite a bit of versatility, but do keep in mind, he does have a few things that kind of make him a little awkward to use. But that is that. And then of course, with all that being said, you also have to have ninjas that can benefit from using all of their mysteries on the second turn, right? You need to blow out all of your mysteries on the second turn. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense if you have like healers on your team, for example, because yeah, I mean, you really just want to use power on your second turn. You just want to just destroy. Something like a Tobi, your main character, and someone like a Playboy Sasuke that can paralyze, you know, things that you don't always need to chase because you can only do one mystery with a full chase. Like if you have a full chase on your team, once you do that first mystery, none of your other ninjas are going to chase your other mystery abilities. So you really want something, like I said, like a Tobi to interrupt someone, a Playboy Sasuke to paralyze someone, and then your main character to do a full combo. That's kind of the best way to do it, but you guys are figured out. I got faith in you. You guys got it. The ranked shop is not updated yet, so be careful. We don't really know who's coming, who's not coming. Next week they'll probably update the ranked shop, so we'll see what new ninja we get. It looks like they're all going to be a Koski, but I couldn't tell you that for sure. And then of course the same thing with the survival shop, has not been updated yet. So this week we got group shop and arena shop, and I'm pretty sure next week we'll get ranked shop and survival shop. So that is that. And then of course summon shop, not a big deal here, nothing to really speak of. Did these prices go down, or were they always? No, these are always that. It'd be nice if they kind of reduce some of the prices. But that is that. And then last but not least, let's go over here. So if you guys want a kind of an update on the guy counter, 311 guy fragments here, but we finally have something to do with these extra fragments. I'm a little wary because I heard something and I have no idea all the details on this. So if you're in the comment section, if you're familiar with this system, please chime in so that we all know. But I heard there is a system that you use your extra fragments just like this, but it's to buy like skill books or extra talents. I'm not really sure in the details, but it seems as if that maybe I want to save these for a while and not use them right away. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna kind of wait until I get some confirmation here, because I hate to use all my fragments for things I really don't need. Like I don't really need seal scrolls or summoning scrolls or Ruka fragments, but if in the future I use these fragments to unlock skill books, maybe I want to hold on to these. So I don't really know. Like I said, if you play another version of this game and you know the details, please let us know. So that is that as far as the updates are concerned. We pretty much covered everything. All of the events, the new refinement, the shop updates, all of that stuff is covered. Now let's talk about my final little quibble here. I'm so tired of talking about this topic, but I'll do it one more time. So let's talk about this ninja right here. Has nothing to do with Konan, but I'm gonna use her as an example. So I have 41 fragments for Konan, and the only thing I've not used any ingots to get any of these fragments. Let's be clear. Every single fragment that I have has come from coupons, or it's come from survival trial, or it's come from mission boxes unlocking. So I've gotten 41 fragments by using no money whatsoever. These were all free fragments, and I'm halfway there to getting Konan. So what I'm kind of annoyed with, and like I said, this is a rant, so if you don't want to hear a rant, go ahead and tune out and close the video. I won't be mad at you. But every time there's a patch update, there's someone that says, this sucks, I can't get Konan in this one single update. I can't go from 0 fragments to 80 fragments in this one event. This game sucks, it's pay to win, it's only for the pay players, blah, blah, blah. It's every single time, guys, and it's gotten to the point where it even affects me. I'm like one of the most positive people ever. And it's gotten to the point where I want to go to the forums and I want to read like informative updates. I want to hear strategy. I want to hear people talking about like real things, not rehashing the same tired topics over and over and over. So why am I using Konan as an example? So I got 41 fragments for free. If I'm patient and I wait another event or two, it might take me a month. It might even take 2 months, but I can get Konan 100% free. As long as I'm patient enough, and as long as I'm dedicated enough for watching where all of her fragments drop and then make sure that I maximize all the events to get as many fragments as I possibly can, I can get her for free. Now, if I don't want to wait 2 months, I have another option. I can spend money and get Konan right now this very second. Or I can be patient and I can wait a couple months and get Konan for free. This is a great system. Like, this is like, I can't describe a better system than this that lets free players play right alongside pay players. Like, that is the best system. The game is giving you the opportunity to get this ninja, which will cost someone from 0 to 80 fragments. What is it, like $100 or something like that? Or a little over $100 to get her from 0 to 80 fragments is gonna cost you $100. The game says, you know what, screw that. If you really like Konan and you really wanna collect her, be patient. There's gonna be events that happen all the time where we're gonna give you fragments for free, and you can have Konan for free while these other players pay $100 for her. That's a great system. The people that pay, they're happy because they get her right away. You're happy because you're a free-to-play player. Yeah, you had to wait a little while longer, but you still get to play the game. You still get to collect other ninjas. I can't think of a better system to allow free players and pay players to play right alongside each other. So it's really kind of annoying to hear people constantly be upset at the fact that they can't get a ninja in a single event from 0 fragments up to 80. Like, it's just really annoying. And look at Windblade. Here's another example. Have not spent a single cent on these Windblade fragments. I already have 22. They drop all the time in survival. So if I really want Windblade Asuma, all I had to do, because I haven't really paid attention to him in events, I could have, but if I really wanted him, all I have to do is just pay attention to every time he comes in a shop, buy his fragments, and over time, I'll get him for free. People have spent hundreds of dollars for him trying to pull him out of treasures. You can get him for free if you're just patient and you're dedicated and you pay attention to when his fragments drop. Same thing with like Lee. Inner Gates Lee. Look at this. I got 7 out of 30. Once again, all free. When an event comes out later on where you can get Lee fragments, I'll probably be able to get him for free with no worries at all. Same thing with Sasori. I'm 14 out of 80. I got 14 fragments without even trying to get him when we had that event. I didn't even try. I didn't buy any fragments during that last event where he was available, and I still have 14 fragments. So what I'm trying to get across here is beheading Kakashi. I didn't want any of those fragments. I just got them. Now, as a free player, you might look at this and be like, man, that's 4 out of 80. It's gonna take forever. Not necessarily, guys. Like I said, I'm getting Konan at a pretty reasonable tick because I'm actually going for her. And I skipped the first event where she was available. Like, I did not buy any Konan fragments during the first event. So if I really was dedicated to get her, I would probably be very, very close to getting her right now if I was actually paying attention to her, right? Same thing with Choza. The next time Choza comes across, if I really want Choza, I'll be able to get him. So I know this is all this is all vain, right? This is all in vain. You can't really control what people say on the message boards, but maybe I can reach a couple of people. Maybe they can say, you know what, this isn't really a bad system. I have all these other ninjas that I have. Every day I can pull one for free if I'm really, really lucky, and people do it all the time. Every time you log on your server, you see someone pull a great ninja out of here. You can collect fragments. There's so many different ways that you can get these ninjas, these events, there's so many different ways. So whatever, I don't really have a point to end this on, but that is that. Once again, guys, my name is FG3000, and I'll see you next video. Later.